Happy Monday, Pink Fresh friends. Mondays are always a little bit better when there's brand new products to take a look at. Our November 2023 release is now available in our online shop. So, how about we take a look at all of the new items?
Let's take a look at our newest die in our Essentials collection. This is called Ornate Rectangle Frame. This die set offers two dies, one that is edge to edge A2 in size, and then one that's just a little bit smaller that nests within. Now, something to point out is that each die actually creates two frames, and these do cut apart separately. Now, you can use them together, you can use them separately. This gives you a lot of versatile options. We love adding that into one die just to make it quicker and easier to cut out. Now, I think you will see this die set used a lot throughout this release from our team and our guests. And I do have some samples to share with you, but I'll show those here in just a minute. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first floral product suite that we have here. This is a three-piece product suite called Nothing But the Best. The 4x6 clear stamp has this really, it's quite large floral cluster. There are the three larger florals and then a couple of smaller little florals in there. It's got really whimsically drawn leaves that, to me, really kind of evoke movement in the illustration. And then there are five really lovely sentiments included in it, kind of basic sentiments. They really can be paired with alpha dyes or trying to think of the word like sentiment words. I think that they could be a really lovely building block for that. Now, when you grab the die set from this product suite, you of course got the one die that cuts out the entire floral. And then there is a die for cutting out that happy birthday sentiment. It's a little bit bigger. And when it makes sense, we love to include sentiment dies. Finally, this is a 5-piece layering stencil set if you want to ink blend the color in. When all is said and done, this is what your floral image will look like. Now, this image is an outline image, so it's also perfect for coloring with any of your favorite mediums, whether that's watercolor or alcohol markers or colored pencils. The sky is really the limit, and we love offering that versatility in our product suites. So, real quick, here is a card that I created with this new design. I somewhat emulated the back of the packaging on this one. Those are my favorite colors, so I like to use them. You'll also notice that I used that new ornate rectangle frame die set on this one. Now, the stencil in the background and that sentiment is from product you're going to see a little bit later on in this video, but I did want to mention that they are also a part of this release. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Farm Fresh product suite. Now, this is also a three-piece product suite. The 4x6 stamp set includes these four really cute floral stems on one stamp, and that makes it easy to align with both the coordinating stencils and the one-piece die. And then it has all of these really fantastic sentiments. I am loving the combination of typeface and fonts on these sentiments and the little bit of curves that you see here and there. I think that you're going to love them as well. So I just am really thrilled with how they turned out. Now, the die set is what really helps bring this product suite to life. So let's take a look at it. So, of course, we've got the one piece die that cuts out all of those floral stems. There are two dies for two of the larger sentiments, and that includes the Sending Love and Thanks die and the Make the Most of This Beautiful Day sentiment. But then you also have these two vases. Now, these are those somewhat milk jug type vases, really on trend right now, but not overtly trendy that you can't use them for years and years to come. And the great thing is you get two options. You get this die option, which adds more embossed detail into the die cut vase. And then you have the more solid version, which has a little bit of embossing detail here to just give it that extra touch. You've got this open space here where you can stamp sentiment or anything like that in it. Now, finally, it also offers a two-piece layering stencil set. Something I want to mention is that each stencil is actually broken into half so that the top part will always be the flowers and the lower part will always be the leaves or the greenery. And we chose to put them on the same stencil like this for cost savings. If we had done each layer on a different stencil, that would have been a more expensive stencil set. And there just would have been a lot of leftover room on the stencil. So breaking it up this way makes sense, but keep in mind that you will have to move the stencil and align it with the stamped image in order to blend those colors in. So I created a card set with the Farm Fresh set. Here is a look at that vase that has more embossed detail in it. And then here is the vase that's a little bit more solid. And as you can see, I was able to stamp one of the sentiments from the stamp set onto it. And I think it turned out super fun. I used that new ornate rectangle frame die set on both cards. This is that smaller frame, and as you can see, it works on a mini slimline card. Now I added extra little elements into my vases to really make some fun, farm fresh, somewhat fall feeling floral bouquets. So let's take a look at what our team and our welcome guests have created using these lovely products. Now, before we take a look at these next products, I did want to mention really quickly because I forgot to in that first segment that the majority of the product that we are releasing today is from some of our past Create and Connect events. Now, they are being released to the public so that if you did not attend the event, you are able to purchase the product now. So, all of the products that I shared in that first segment were previous Create and Connect event products, as are these three. So let's go ahead and take a look at these next products. Now, all of these products were in our most recent Create and Connect card making event, our holiday cards event this past September. We thought now was a great time to release these because even though there's a little bit of Christmas theme in them, it's a little bit more wintry. And we really do think, especially the holiday spirit one, that you can use it for a lot of other reasons and seasons. So we thought it would be great to get it out there and start let everybody have an option to purchase it. So up first, let's take a look at this new side slider die. This is our newest interactive die. It is a four-piece die set that helps you create an interactive element on your card. I will show you a card sample here after I introduce the Folk Snowflake product suite here. There is a reel on our Instagram account showing how to put this die together. And then we also used it in our combined YouTube live this past Tuesday. Both Heather and I used it. And so you can also see die coming together in real time in the replay of that combined live. So, as I mentioned, it's a four-piece die. In the end, the element looks like this, and you just pull this slider piece, and it works both portrait and landscape. So let's go ahead and take a look at Folk Snowflake. This is a three-piece product suite. There's a 4x6 clear stamp set, has three wintry themed sentiments, and this really adorable folksy snowflake. In the die set, you get a die to cut out the snowflake, and then there is a coordinating die for each sentiment. It is a three-piece stencil set for ink blending color in, if that's your preference. And when all is said and done, your snowflake looks like this. Now, the great thing about this is it also just looks really ornate. So this doesn't technically have to be a snowflake. We feel like you could use this for other elements. But it's also a really cute snowflake as well. And since we still have plenty of winter ahead of us, we thought releasing this now would be awesome. So here is a card that I created using Folk Snowflake and that side slider die. And so just to give you an idea, this is how the slider piece works. You just pull it up side depending on the orientation of your card, and you can put a little hidden message or image or anything underneath it. And it just slides back and forth. So pretty simple. It's an easy die to put together. It's not complicated, which we like here at Pink Fish Studio. We like things to be user friendly. So pretty easy to put together, and it turns out really, really fun. All right, let's take a look at the Holiday Spirit product suite. This is another three-piece product suite. Has a 4x6 clear stamp set. Now, on this one single stamp here, you have that adorable craft cocktail or mocktail, whichever is your preference. It also has this cute little ornament, which is meant to be the topper of your little craft pick or stirrer here. You've got this fun citrus slice, pardon me, as well. And then three really fantastic sentiments. Now, in the die, you have a one-piece die for cutting out the drink itself and the ornament. Keep in mind, there's a cut line here that kind of cuts along that rim right there, so you can even tuck little elements in there. There's a die for the citrus, and then there are three dies for each of the sentiments as well. Now, this is a six-piece stencil set, and I wanted to mention that on stencil number one, you also get these cute little sparkles. There's not dies or anything for them, but they are great for ink blending or using glitter paste or heat embossing sweet little sparkle elements onto your project. There is also a die for blending in that citrus slice. So keep that in mind. You'll probably have to move your stencil around in order to line because it's not a part of the one piece stamp. In the end, the six-piece stencils color in your image and it looks really, really fun. So I don't currently have a sample to share with you, but I did use this live in our combined sneak peek this past Tuesday. It just so happens when I was doing the recording of this video, we just weren't quite there yet. So if you want to see Holiday Spirit in action, please be sure to check out our combined YouTube live last week. And now let's take a look at some more projects from our team and welcomed guests using these products. All right, let's take a look at the last few items in our November release. So first is the Beyond Happy stamp set. Now this has 8 sentiments included on it, a really lovely mixture of fonts, and some really fantastic sentiments that we think you'll love using and sending to all of your loved ones. Now, the great thing about it is the die set offers a die for every single sentiment. So you get that nice, polished, finished look for each of the sentiments on this set. Now, we also have a new layering stencil set called Kaleidoscope. This is a three-piece layering stencil set that in the end looks like this when all is said and done. And then we have a new alpha set called the Caitlin Alpha. This is A through Z. And you'll notice that there is an alpha die, and then there is an outer shadow die as well for each one. Now, some of them, like the D, the O, Q, they also have a little inner die if you want to cut out the inner part from that shadow. It's completely optional, but we decided to just leave it and include it in the package in case that was something that you wanted to do with it. And finally, we have 12 new colors of clear drops. So I've kind of arranged them in rainbow order here. So we have ice, which is just clear. We've got blush, which is a nice light pink. We've got magenta, which is a darker pink. Up next is scarlet, which is a really lovely red. This one is called amber. And then this one is champagne, which is really lovely. Now, this lighter shade of green is called leaf. And then we have a deeper shade of green called Emerald City. So this one is called turquoise. It's a really nice shade of turquoise blue. And then we've got just a more standard blue, and this one is called sky blue. Finally, we have two purples. We have a lighter purple. This one is called lilac. And finally, we have this darker shade, and aptly named, this one is called purple. So 12 new shades of clear drops. Let's take a look at this fun card that I created using everything that I featured in this segment. I did a nice rainbow gradient on that kaleidoscope die. I used the letters, that the Caitlin Alpha, sorry, the Caitlin Alpha letters, and the Beyond Happy sentiment. And then, of course, I didn't use all 12 colors of our clear drops, but I did use six of them. So you got a good look, all of the clear drops here. So those are the final elements in our November release. So let's take a look at a few more card samples using these final products.
Well, that is our entire November 2023 release. We really hope that you enjoy all of the fun products that we have released. Now, we do have a release blog hop going on today. There's a ton of inspiration to be seen and a lot of chances to win prizes. So there is a grand prize giveaway on our blog hop post, plus 10 more chances to win a $25 gift card code. Now, finally, there is also a grand prize giveaway right here on this video to enter for your chance to win the entire November release. Let us know in the comments below what your favorites are, and keep in mind that I didn't say you had to pick just one. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed a look at a November release, and we can't wait to see what you create with it.